Alright guys, what's up? So we are going to be starting. In fact, before we even start, let me minimize this. Alright, this is Anthony Mackie for those who don't know. And what happened was he did this interview recently talking about men and masculinity and all that stuff. And I was like, okay. And he said something and I was like, damn, Anthony Mackie came in quite a few movies. And I know I first saw him in 8 Mile, and I saw him in Hurt Locker, and then I watched him in all the different Marvel movies, and I watched him in, I don't remember, the one about banking, and a couple others. And I was like, all right, let me watch some of his movies. So um I'm kind of weird like this. I trying to fix this thing here, because I did about an hour of recording a bunch of videos, and then I lost, well, I guess you could say I lost them. I didn't configure my audio. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to tell you what I did to do these videos. But I didn't configure the audio properly, and I realized when I was reviewing a video about an accent, and I realized the thing was playing over there. I'm like, oh crap. That means the microphone over there is what was collecting all that audio. All those videos were wasted. All those thoughts just, I guess the audio was the best thing. I could have just taken the audio and just, I don't know, show you guys flowers or something. And audio, because audio, the power of words are way more powerful than visuals, I can tell you. Anyway, so he did this video on masculinity, and it was very profound. And then anyway, I went and checked him out, and was in Winter Soldier, and I should have been sleeping now, because I did like 5 or 6 videos, and damn, all wasted. Oh yeah, and I did watch Altered Carbon. He was the bomb in that, right? Anyway, I go to what I tend to do a lot of times is go to the filmography of the the actor, and I see some a list of videos, and then I download them. It's just like this dude here. If you notice, it's the ones in purple are the ones I've checked previously. I saw Samuel L. Jackson here, and I'm like, yo, I'm going to do some binging on his movies as well, because he's the man, just like there. Yeah. All right, so I saw just Adjustment Bureau, Real Steel, Gangster Squad, and Pain and Gain, and some other ones up in here, right? So anyway, that is why we are on this journey, I guess you could say, right? So I'm gonna minimize that, and we're going to start with this movie here, Synchronic, and let's ensure I take all the measures I took previously. And here we go. Right, so this is starring Anthony Mackie, and it basically starts out with, well, they live in New Orleans. I wish I remembered everything I said previously in the other video. Anyway, but anyway, these people, they take this drug called Synchronic, and it basically makes them, you think it makes them hallucinate, but they actually travel through time. And this guy, he ends up finding out about it, how it works, and so on. So he's best friends with this dude, right? And he's married with a wife and a young child, and he has this daughter here who's turning 18, right? And he's single, been through a bunch of relationships, but never actually settled down, right? And he's a paramedic. He and his best friend are paramedics, and yeah, he lives with a dog. Kind of reminds me of my little rascal here. And they find people overdosing, people catching a fire, and all that stuff. And he finds out that he has cancer of the brain, and there's something with his hypothalamus, where something in his brain where it's not developed enough. It's like a teenager, but he confiscates some drugs when he finds these idiots in trouble, and he goes to this place and confiscates all of those same synchronic drugs. And even this guy here confronts him and wants them, because he's the scientist that developed it. He was trying to, I guess, fix the problem. But anyway, this guy here, his daughter goes missing, and this guy here kind of explains what happens, and he broke into Anthony Mackie's house, and he runs him out, and then he kind of, more people ODing, and he messes with it and realizes that he does travel in time. But if you move from the spot that you're at, you go to a different time, in a different time in time, I guess, a different space in time, and a different period in time, right? So he starts recording, doing the videos, and so on and so forth, right? And he learns certain rules about carrying things back or carrying things into that time period, and so on and so forth, right? And his best friend, who's his best friend's daughter, this dude here, actually OD'd. Well, not OD'd, sorry, took the drug and disappeared, went missing. So he's trying to find her, and he tells him about it. And there are major plot holes in this movie, I will tell you. But I try to enjoy movies, so I don't really make a big deal over that. Yeah, but he goes back in time, and finds her. There she is. Well, unfortunate here, and gets her there, and there he is, fades away in time, unfortunately. Yeah, but nice little movie. That's my review. Yeah. Yeah, not very amazing, but okay movie to watch, and most people just want to be entertained. So yeah, we're not exactly trying to win. I mean, most people aren't trying to win Oscars. I mean, Oscar-worthy performances normally aren't super entertaining. They may be beautiful works of art, but in terms of entertainment, it's not normally like off the charts. So it's entertaining movies like Avengers or, I don't know, whoever. They don't necessarily win those awards. Oh boy, trying to catch up on time, but I already did this, and I'm here, I'm seated, and I'm trying to get these videos going. So anyway, that was my review for Synchronic. Next movie I'm going to review is another Anthony Mackie movie. I'm just kind of weird like that. When I see a black person in a movie, I'm like, yeah, black man, you got a part. Yeah, you go, brother. Being from Jamaica, I tend to cheer for the underdog. And it's interesting that I mean, when I had hair, it was more obvious, but my facial hair still kind of gives me away that I am not necessarily the stereotypical look of a Jamaican, but while the maternal family is black, the paternal is are descendants of Indians, like fourth generation, right? So not a typical person, but I do, I'm still 100% Jamaican, so I'm like, yeah, black man, I see you. So I see Anthony Mackie, I'm like, yeah, man, in fact, there were no other black people. Oh no, sorry, the doctor was there. When I saw the doctor, I was like, yeah, dude, you got a part, brother. Where is he? Can't even find him. Anyway, but yeah, you got a part. Good dude. Yeah, anyway, so please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'm gonna see you in the next review. Yeah, peace.